Things that fell off like crazy. Talking about things that all were once absolutely goated at one point, but now they've just completely plummeted to the depths of the earth. And I feel like there's no better way to start this video than starting with Fortnite. I know there's other videos out there and people bring up Fortnite is because it literally has one of the greatest fall-offs of all time. At one point, Fortnite had us in such a chokehold that everyone was posting victories on their Snapchat stories, Instagram stories, literally everywhere. It was actually one of the biggest games that brought everyone back into gaming. I'm not going to cap to you guys. If we really look at the prime of Fortnite, that is one of the top peaks of gaming. You know, some other big ones were the Halo 3 era, Modern Warfare 2, 2K14 to like 16, 18, GTA 5. That beginning of Fortnite, like season 1 to 4, is definitely one of the most goated moments in gaming. But now, once again, something that all things do when they get super big is they end up just targeting their game to a very younger audience. So, for one, the game feels very kiddie. Another thing is they added a bunch of new weapons and items and changing the map. And obviously those things are good sometimes, but they've added such an excessive amount where it's like so much content that you have to try to keep up with, and just broken content. Basically like the mechs, airplanes, like this is not what Fortnite's about. And then the crazy building. I'm not going to cap to you guys. The major building, that was one of the biggest reasons to make Fortnite fall off, because you know, we didn't like building and pushing everyone like a madman because your dopamine's completely cooked. We would chill, sit back, and play in the forts. We would build forts and then, you know, slowly breach with some skill and strategy. Now you're just pushing people making fucking 90s. The game is literally not the same anymore, and it's crazy because it's still around. Like Halo 3, and then there's Halo 4, and Modern Warfare, there's 3, and then Black Ops. Like, that's its own thing. Like, Fortnite is still around, the same exact game, but it's just completely watered down for kids, and it's just ass. One of the biggest fall-offs ever. iPhones were once the very top, the top of the food chain when it came to mobile devices. And now when you're talking about fall-offs, the iPhone still goes in this category, even as they're one of the most popular phones, because of how far the gap has been closed. That is where the fall-off is. iPhones were once the number one phone. Now they just have a lot of lack of creativity, where there's other phones out there that do the same thing, if not even better, and they have way more creativity. iPhones have been looking the exact same since the 13 or something. I've completely lost track because there's really no point to keep up with them. They're all the exact same. Now, one of the absolute worst things about the iPhone now is that every time your phone has an update or the next iPhone comes out, all of a sudden, out of the blue, out of the ether, your phone suddenly starts going a lot slower. As a matter of fact, they even have a way that your camera starts not looking as good. How do they do that? I swear that's something they're doing, that your camera all of a sudden starts looking like it's not super clear like when you first bought it. Matter of fact, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure there was a lawsuit that came out, and we basically found out, and they admitted to actually doing this, that these updates that they're giving your iPhones are actually slowly frying your phone. Yeah, bro, iPhones are done. They're cooked. Another corny thing about the iPhone is the blue iMessage. I'm not gonna lie, I need to see that if I'm gonna text someone, but at the same time, it's like, why did iPhone even introduce this thing? This is just corny. It's like a little social game to prove who's cool or whatnot. Don't fall for it.
All right, guys, the next thing that has completely fallen off, and it's another thing that hurts me to say, and that is music. Music is definitely not the same anymore. Obviously, your favorite artists and some of my favorite artists, they still make pretty good music, I'm sure. But when I'm talking about music that's fallen off, I'm talking about music that's in the mainstream. I'm talking about music that's on the radio. I'm talking about music that is currently trending. Back in the day, you can turn on the radio and you can actually jam out to some of the stuff. But nowadays, when you check out what's trending right now, it's absolutely trash and degenerate. I know this is going to sound crazy, but I actually subjected myself and listened to the new Ice Spice album. Don't ask me why I decided to listen to her music of all people. And let me tell you, after I gave it a chance to, I want to give everything a chance. I'm a pretty open-minded guy, and I have a big palette when it comes to music, to be honest. I listen to new stuff, and I listen to oldies and classics. And now, after listening to this album, that shit was trash. Now, she's not the only artist that I'm talking about in this new age of trending stuff, but she's like the new Taylor Swift basically. And Taylor Swift back in the day actually had some hits, I'm not gonna lie to you. But now music nowadays, like I said, not just Ice Spice, but there's tons of other artists out there. And we don't have to name all of them, but just for another one real quick is Sexy Red. She's also bad, but her music, bro, it's trash and degenerate. I can't listen to that stuff. You guys can go ahead and do it for yourself. Go back and listen to some of the old music and compare it to the stuff you hear nowadays. It's just like a night and day difference. Now, moving along, the next thing that has fallen off is the NBA. Now, the NBA is not the same as it once was. It has lost most of it, or not all of its aura. We have a lot of basketball players that, in my opinion, just seem very soft. Like I said earlier, maybe this is just a thing that happens when you reach unk status, but these basketball players nowadays, they do not have any aura. Like I'm seeing players like Luka Doncic, Jason Tatum, Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic. Like these guys are nice, don't get me wrong. They can play basketball very well, but the aura is not there. Back in my time, we had players like Kobe Bryant, Vince Carter, Allen Iverson. The list goes on, but it's like these players were straight killers. Nowadays, the league feels soft, man. Like the aura is just gone. I can't believe that later down in the line, and my kids, they're going to have to look up to players like Jason Tatum, bro. Like, Jason Tatum, bro. Now, the next thing that has fallen off, and I know we mentioned Fortnite earlier, but this is a little different. The next thing that has fallen off is gaming. Gaming does not hit the same anymore. I think we need GTA 6 to drop. All right, we actually do need GTA 6 to drop because gaming has gone to a point where a lot of us just feel very burnt out. People don't play for real because we all feel burnt out. We're just getting on the game to kill some time. All the games nowadays feel the same with the same microtransactions, battle passes, and the communities are either super toxic or super soft. Soft to the point where you can't really even make jokes. Now, trust me, guys, you guys got to subscribe because I have a big video coming out on a certain specific video game that I really love, but I'm going to have to drop a nuke on it. So make sure you guys subscribe so you guys are ready for that. But yeah, guys, overall, the gaming community has never been the same. Every year, it's just somehow managed to get worse and worse. It also feels like you're playing a bunch of bots online because all people do is copy the streamer's build or kit or weapons. Like, that's all they do. They just play the same way their favorite streamer does. And so when you play online, all you come across is like AI tryhards, basically. No one has their own personality when it comes to gaming. But all right, guys, that's the end of the video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Got more videos on the way. Got more content coming out on the way. So make sure you guys subscribe for that. It's your boy Zeno, the Last Prince. Keep God first. Stay positive, and I'm out. Peace.